Alright guys, well right now here, I am ready to do this rant on Twisted Metal, pretty much the entire series. I just wanted to, well this is actually, I would say, just a random kind of, I'm gonna go like different areas and different Twisted Metals, quite possibly, so just bear with me. Alright, so, the first thing I want to say is that Twisted Metal Small Brawl sucked. Okay, I hate Twisted Metal Small Brawl. It's the worst Twisted Metal game out there. I can actually understand what happened with the other Twisted Metal games. You know, like the ones that 989 made. I mean, I didn't think they were all that bad. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like the 989 Twisted Metals because they don't really seep, craziness or anything. Well, Twisted Metal 4 is at least a little better, though. I mean, you kind of got to admit that, though. Alright. Well, because of the creator card, not necessarily because of that. Alright. So, I never really got into Twisted Metal 1, so I'm not going to really talk about it a whole lot, with maybe one exception. You didn't have a lot to select from what I've seen on YouTube. But the one thing I noticed that is actually kind of cool between Twisted Metal 1 and Twisted Metal Black is that Yellow Jacket's in both games, which is kind of cool. I actually love that aspect, although I like Yellow Jacket and Twisted Metal Black better. Quite honestly, yeah, I like Yellow Jacket better. And you know who rides it? Kane, you know. Okay? Or Kane's, what is it? Kane's son, actually. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty cool. As far as Twisted Metal 2 goes, I liked it, and I liked the destructible environments and everything, and I kind of liked how, you know, when you hit a wall, your car got damaged. I mean, that's real, you know? Like, if you're gonna actually hit a wall and drive, your car's gonna get damaged, you know? But I can understand how some people might feel, you know, like when they're playing those racing games, you know, where, you know, the car doesn't actually get damaged at all and they just really want a really clean car throughout the whole entire race. Of course, to me, that's a little, what do you call it, you know? I forget what you call it. But, yeah, there is a problem with that, you know? Anyways. Yeah, so Twisted Metal 2 was cool. I didn't really think Field of Screams was really all that bad. I mean, I actually kind of like Field of Screams, although it is a very tough map in Twisted Metal 2. Are there any favorite characters I have in Twisted Metal 2? Well, I do have a few, actually. I didn't actually like Twister. I think there was a huge problem with Twister. Okay, even though, like, you know, you use Twister's special in Twisted Metal 2, and, you know, it would swirl up the characters, you know, in its tornado, but, you know, your vehicle would get hit, and that would take massive damage on Twister. That was a huge problem with Twister, you know? I don't think it was a huge problem necessarily with the game, but you know what I'm saying, you know? I mean, if you have a car that has, like, really low defense, you know, and it takes damage, you know, takes huge damage from hits, you know, it's not a good thing. Alright, but no, I didn't really like Twister. Grasshopper was kind of cool. I mean, it wasn't great. I mean, my favorite, I would say, is still Warthog in Twisted Metal 2, because I like the Patriot missiles. Yeah, that is pretty cool. I mean, a minion special is pretty cool too, but it's just kind of overpowering, you know? Of course, that's what minion is. He's a tank, so he's going to be overpowering. Alright. So, yeah, I mean, and you got some nice stages going on in Twisted Metal 2. I don't really have any, I don't really hate any of that or anything. So, it's pretty good. Twisted Metal 2 does a very good job with the stages. The one really bad aspect of Twisted Metal 2 that I don't like is how characters can't take damage from distances, like from long distances. Like if I shoot, you know, a homing missile at a character, I want it to hit from 5 miles away. You know? Twisted Metal Black sort of does that too. Like, you can't damage with your guns from a distance. You know, there are actually quite a few problems I have with Twisted Metal Black, but it's... I mean, Twisted Metal 2, I think, is a bit better game still than Twisted Metal Black, but not by much. Not by much. Okay? Next, Twisted Metal 3. I'm gonna hit Twisted Metal 3 now. Yeah, the intro is really good, actually. I mean, I really like the intro of Twisted Metal 3. But I really didn't kind of like the whole... I mean, it just felt so much like small brawl, you know? Like, they kind of kiddied it a bit, you know? And I won't even go there with Hammerhead's, you know, you know? When he uses a special. Even though it is funny. But I don't know, it's not funny in a good way, though. It's funny in a bad way. Alright. But no, I mean, I like Twisted Metal 3. I mean, it's a pretty cool game, and it has some great stages in it, actually. I don't really have a lot of bad opinions about it, really. I mean, alright, well... Sure, maybe it's true that the graphics aren't, you know, up to par with Twisted Metal Black or anything like that. But it's not a bad game necessarily. And I mean, you can put in cheat codes if you want to do that, you know. Another thing I liked about, well, one of the things I really liked about Twisted Metal 3 was, well, the character that I played as just, I guess, a few months ago when I put it up here. Was Shadow. Wasn't it Shadow? Yeah, I think it was Shadow. Or was it Thumper? I don't remember if it was Shadow or Thumper, but it was one of them. And he created, you know, radioactive waves at the enemy. Oh, which gets me into another thing, is Sweet Tooth in Twisted Metal 3 was actually kind of cool. I liked Sweet Tooth's special in Twisted Metal 3. And Minion was okay in Twisted Metal 3 as well. I mean, there were some quite nice vehicles I thought that they threw in Twisted Metal 3. Okay. You know, I mean, although some of them are kind of corny, I mean, I'm gonna admit that. But I mean, you know, when you're a guy, I mean, you don't want to play as Flower Power. Do you really want to play as Flower Power, guys? Really? I mean, like I said, not all the characters you're gonna like, you know, but some of them. I'll tell you what they did a terrible job on is Mr. Grimm, though. In both Twisted Metal 3 and 4, yes. I will agree with most people on that one. I'm going to check the video, see how much time I have on here for the chat. Okay, I got 2 more minutes. Okay, yeah, I'm going to hit on Twisted Metal 4 now. Yeah, Twisted Metal 4, I think it was just one of the better games. I think I'm going to go into a second rant video, guys, so... Alright. Yeah, Twisted Metal 4 was one of the better games, like, between 3 and 4, because it had the Create-A Car. I mean, although I didn't really think the Create-A Car was really that great, though, but at least it had a nice idea. Like, you could see that maybe they could do something with that for another Twisted Metal game, you know what I'm saying? Okay? Another thing that another thing that I liked about Twisted Metal 4 is that you could play as Calypso. Okay, and Calypso's story is actually one of the best in all Twisted Metals. Yeah, I really like... Did you guys actually see the ending to Calypso in Twisted Metal 4? Okay. But yeah, I mean, like Twisted Metal 3, it is true, you know. Twisted Metal 4, you know, it doesn't have all great characters. You know, like Pizza Boy. Who wants to play as Pizza Boy? I mean, that's like Flower Power from Twisted Metal 3. At least a little bit like him. Okay? Another thing I liked about Twisted Metal 4 was the proximity thing. You know, they put proximities. You can put, like, proximity mines together and make huge explosions and take huge amounts of health away from bosses and stuff like that. That was a really cool aspect of Twisted Metal 4. Yeah, and like I said in my first Twisted Metal 4 video, I really like Warthog a lot. You know, actually, I don't think there is a game that I hated Warthog in except for Small Brawl. You know, so it was a pretty good game, Twisted Metal 4, but not the best. I mean, I know it's not really the best. You know, although I think it's the best Twisted Metal out of all Twisted Metals. I mean, maybe you guys won't agree. Okay, that kind of sounded really dorky. I just said it's not the best, and then I just said it's the best. Well, it's the best to me, you know? Alright, let me just check the time one more time. Okay, I'm going to be going into a second video about this rant, guys, so